Andromeda starts with the search for solid ground and safe harbor. The search for our golden world.
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another campaign in Andromeda as the Asari of the Exogeny Corporation. Last we left off just getting start on research towards destroyers, which would lend us a significant advantage in our upcoming battles in the south and even potentially in the north here. After doing some number crunching, because I'm dyslexic and have a difficult time without a calculator doing simple math, I worked out that we're roughly about 6.7 years from having destroyers at current rate, and we could just blast through time at as fast as we could and just try to keep up with it, or we could build a military fleet out of corvettes. Unfortunately, we're capped at 20 here, and that's very possible that we could do that, but I really think the destroyers would lend us a massive foothold. So what we're going to do is going to bump it all the way up to fastest.
System survey complete.
We're going to be sending our construction ships to do as much research and engineering, get as much research and engineering platforms up and operational as possible.
Research
And then
complete.
we're going to be trying to get that research finished so that we can have that done. Now, I don't have point defense on any of my cruisers yet. I should get cold fusion. It's 112 months from being done. Would help out massively the destroyers. But planetary shield generator is a very interesting thing because it is a rare technology. This is not something that you're guaranteed to get even if you research everything. This is just something that happens. Kind of reminds me of in Star Wars, you have the shield generator that's protecting Hoth. This is basically the exact same thing that stops planetary bombardment. So it helps with your fortification. This, very useful. I could really use this, honestly. But if we actually do engage in war, this planetary shield generator could be massively helpful here in the south if we were to get attacked. So I'm going to grab it, not to mention it's also very rare technology to have. I think it could be very useful for us, because I've more or less decided to just let time pass and try to get rushed to destroyers. So with that decision, we're moving in that direction at least. Gigantic skeleton. So they found a gigantic skeleton. They thought it was mountains at first and then realized that it's actually a skeleton. Then inside of the corpse of this colossal alien form, they found 3 other smaller skeletons. They're about 3.4 billion years old, and our scientists have ruled they support that this planet could not possibly ever had life on it.
Situation
So
log updated.
Curious starts a ability to have a research point there. So we'll just research that, figure that out.
System survey complete.
Oh, look at that. He is actually going to
System
colonize
survey
here.
complete.
Because he, colonizes desert worlds, is it? Yeah. Wow. So he's actually going to cut me off down here. Trying to fill in the influence, pushing me back. Which I don't really like. And we're not going to allow him to do that much longer.
Special project complete.
Alright. Manage some light creatures. Talking about how that creature ended up on the planet. There's residual energy readings indicating that there was a dimensional portal. It existed briefly before the animal or whatever giant creature came through and ended up being where it is. So they believe that went through a portal accidentally. Very cool. There's a pirate fleet there, a substantial one. Okay, everybody, all our science guys are taken care of. Everybody is working their hardest. All right. We're going to upgrade our facility here. Oh yes, and our new planet, we can build a frontier clinic, which will help with habitability. Granted, it's at like 80% plus anyways.
Anomaly found.
Yep, that's fine. You can research the anomaly. 20%, that's high. Yeah, you can still research it, it's fine. Alright. And we have new power plants that we can upgrade to, which should help us. Whoops. Yep, you're researching the anomaly, that's fine. We found a solar sailor. Ancient in design, but still interesting bits of engineering. Got some engineering points. We revealed the new resource. Oh, possible the start down the terraforming style gameplay. Yeah, why not? Let's grab terraforming technology.
Construction complete.
Alright, so they continue to build more military fleets, so I'm just going to continue to keep going.
Situation log updated.
So we need a construction ship in orbit in order to stop it. Research project. Alright, well, construction ship's gonna travel quite a ways to try to stop that thing. 357 days. I hope I can get there in time.
Construction complete. System survey complete.
Alright.
Anomaly found.
Yep, you can do that anomaly. Build another Corvette. Bring us up to parity with our rival here in the south, now that they're taking more and more planets. I don't like that. Ancient life pod. Presume that the pod's mothership exploded, and preliminary scans suggest that it was built more than 5,000 years ago. They managed to open the pod, revealing withered remains of a reptilian alien clad in a resplendent, a wonderful uniform, clutching one of its claws in a small picture and another individual of his own race. Possibly the mate or a revered leader.
Construction complete.
Great. Our upgrade on the planet's surface is here. So everybody below and above it should be getting increases in both energy and minerals. We can upgrade our mine and actually build a power plant here. So
System survey complete.
that
System
is
survey
a
complete.
decent system to find, honestly. Our construction ship is not too far away. Just a couple of jumps away. How much longer do we have on it? 118 days. Come on, construction ship. You can get there. Come on.
Anomaly found.
Yep, that's fine. Come on, construction ship. Come on. Oh man, that's gonna be so close. Interesting. So, geological structures are indeed in flux, driven by What assured is a tectonic pressure fracturing exotonically? More interesting, the Asari Andromeda may be able to strategically halt the planet's ceaseless chaotic self-transformation. In short, nearly stabilizing it, planet into something slightly, if not entirely, more habitable is theoretically possible. If we spend 200 energy credits, we potentially have a 50% chance to make it a habitable planet. Huh. It's currently a tomb world. Wonder what kind of planet it would become. Why not? Let's just spend the money. See how it goes. Tactical terraforming has indeed be terraformed. A narrow window of opportunity is expected to open shortly as the planet enters a particular unstable phase of its cycle lasting a couple of months. We believe that miniaturized explosive charges delivered to the planet's crust and strategic irradiation to the atmosphere during this time will halt its changes and stabilize it in format more suitable for life.
Situation log updated.
Alright, and then survey system. Special project failed. Oh, that was to get to the mining drills. Should have just taken the... Oh well. You know what you don't know sometimes. Alright, go back up. We tried.
Complete.
Tactical terraforming successful. We gained some research. And it is now an arid world as opposed to a tomb world. Marvelous. Okay, the research alone is worth that payment. Because we're not super heavy in research, honestly. They keep building more and more ships. I wonder if they can see me building ships as well. 724. They're identical in strength to me.
Anomaly found.
All right. One of our leaders gained a level.
System survey complete.
A new anomaly, that's fine. Built more stuff, found more things. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
System survey
Find what's
complete.
on those planets.
Research complete. Construction
Awesome.
complete.
A towed asteroid. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit. A massive engine section and braking air thrusters were found on its surface, although it had been long since rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they had begun. Cool, we just got terraforming technology. Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what I should do. Should I try to increase my naval capacity, which won't be much, 10%. That's 2 more ships than otherwise I have. I can get a tile blocker. I could add 5% habitability to the entirety of the Empire for every planet we go to. That's actually quite useful. So bring it with the assistance of our frontier research, that would be essentially 10%. So something that's a 60% would be over 70, vice versa. That would actually be quite useful. Yeah, why not? Even though it's not military inclined, which I would love to have something a bit more military inclined, that will be fine. Clear that. Put another science lab there. Yes, that is my poodles. If you hear them in the background, sorry for the noise. They just want to be cuddly and be in here while I record. Fortunately, it's difficult for them to be here while I am doing the recordings. So, Oh well. Little guys, you'll have to stay outside until we're finished. Awesome. Crash Scout Craft. Oh. Okay, there's no visible cockpit on the ship, leading our scientists to believe that either the pilot was remotely piloting or through some form of primitive artificial intelligence. A damaged salvage ship was collected and we gained some research. So this is very cool, guys. We have terraforming liquids in this sector on this planet that we're already doing collections on. Mine run frozen planets. Terraforming fluids represents. So essentially, we can use these fluids, and it reduces terraforming cost by 25%. We can use these fluids on, I believe, desert planets or arid planets to become. What planets can we inhabit again? Sorry. Continental. So we could turn them into tropical or ocean worlds pretty easily. That's cool. I wonder if there's a large... yeah, there's like a savanna world here. It's 25% more minerals. And we can terraform it. Rocky world dominant by dry, arid plant, covered in nitrogen. So that's a substantial amount of money. We do not have atmospheric manipulation in order to turn it into a continental world, or a tropical, or an ocean. But you could easily turn it into desert or arid. Okay, so that means I could take planets here, I'm pretty sure, that are tropical or ocean worlds, such as this big guy here, which I was already looking at having, and I could terraform it into a continental world for 1500 energy. Would I lose my lush, that bonus to habitability though? I don't know. Not really sure. Whoa, that's a lot of minerals there. Quite nice if you want some minerals. Very useful. How far out are we from getting destroyers? We are really close. 9 months. Alright, bring on the destroyers. Dun it, dun it, dun it. I want my destroyers.
Construction complete.
Very useful destroyers are. Give us a nice military edge.
System survey
In our
complete.
subjugation of these guys. And another mining facilities. Alright. All of our science officers are down here running the lower edge of this wing or arm of Andromeda here.
Research complete.
So a lot of extra food we're working towards. Alright, gigantic skeleton. The same thing over and over again. Alright, destroyers. They're here, guys. We have them. Finally. Do we go for afterburners or more armor? It's 37 months to go for the afterburners, which could be actually quite useful for our corvettes. Armor also could be useful. We don't know what they're using as far as military technology. Let's grab the afterburners. We are going to be upgrading our spaceports. Upgrade. And once these are done, we are going to be able to construct ourselves some very nice destroyers. Oh, cool. Level 4.
System
Almost
survey
fully
complete.
leveled up these
Construction
characters.
complete. System survey complete.
7%,
Anomaly
that's
found.
fine. Yeah, why not? Do the research for the gigantic skeleton. Magnetic pole reversal. We are there observing a pole reversal. That's very cool. So we got a little extra. I'm just skipping over some of the ones that we've done in the past because no need to have you guys suffer through some of my very poor reading skills.
Research complete.
All right, so we got the planetary shield generator, which is absolutely cool. Very awesome. Oh, no way. Warp drive, level 2. Improved stabilization techniques for our warp fields will enable our ships to travel farther while expending even less energy. Warp range 50%, FTL speed 20%, jump cooldown 20%. Okay, this is a massive leap for us because if it uses less power, that means we can have more shields, more things on board our destroyers to help us take down the enemy. 54 months though. It's a while. Either way, let's take a look at our destroyers real quick. So those are some pretty large. That's an artillery bow. Let's see about. Yeah. Oh, that's all. So it's one large one. 25 to 84 damage. Whoa. Or we could just go with a gunship. And you just have a gunship standard back. So 11 by 39 for 2 mediums and then a couple of smalls. We never researched that secondary level of missiles, which might have been useful for these small segments here actually, which are right here. Let's save that for now. We're getting some new stuff that could be really useful. Let's start work on... Oh, I have to have space... Okay. Let's upgrade our spaceports yet again. And when we come back next episode, guys, we'll be looking at not only finish these new spaceports, but we are going to be potentially colonizing a new world that we might be altering through terraforming, and the ability to build destroyers. We are going to be focusing heavily on picking up at least 4 or 5 destroyers here to be taking on these guys here down in the south so that we can actually gain new territory and even a couple subjects here. Well, considered superiorly strong to us, whereas these guys are equivalent. So, alright, thank you for joining me in Andromeda with the Asari campaign here, and I look forward to seeing you another evening.
Soil of an existing culture, a concern we will need to treat with respect. Our new home is out there, waiting to be discovered, and these 7 worlds represent our best chance to make that dream a reality. We've done everything in our power to give you a head start once we arrive. But the next steps now lie firmly with you. Your path in Andromeda is our future, and every step brings us closer to home.